Good evening. I'm just sitting here, well, laying here really, in front of the heater, man. And let me first say that the microphone picking up stuff a little off. I don't know why. It ain't, it's probably the device I'm using to record. So if one side sound louder than the other, it's not your fault. It's the way the recordings come through. Anyway, just sitting here, just laying here, man, and I'm like, shit. I woke up, I took a nap, and I'm like, dude, I wake up, just laying there, I do my little meditation for a bit, and it hit me, man. I'm just like, you know what? Let me listen to this Kingdom Hearts title screen theme real quick. The name of the song is hold up, let me look. I forgot just that fast. Dearly Beloved is the name of the song. And so it just gave me the idea, man, to do this little vlog, I guess, man, about some of the history I got with the series. And man, let me tell you, I think it came out in 2002, I want to say. And what's crazy is because I was in the service at the time when it came out. Hey man, PS2 was the king. You hear me? I wasn't even thinking about an Xbox at the time, but I had that PS2, and I had a PS2, man, pretty much all not long. I mean, if I don't think I got it when it first came out, but I got it sometime after, cause I had to go through boot camp, and I think when I got done with boot camp, I came home. And I don't think it was out yet then, or maybe it might have been. Shit, I can't really remember when I got it. I know I got it after I got out of boot camp. So that's that. Also, I had a Dreamcast too, but I think one of my friends had gave it to me. Shout outs to him, because I know if he listens to this, he'll know who he is. But anyway, so I'm sitting here. I was on guard duty in the Marines at the time, and man, I remember I would bring my PlayStation to work with me because I would have armory duty, and that's pretty much on guard duty at the time. They may have changed it since then, because this was a long time ago, where we would sit in the armory. I think we worked in 12-hour shifts, 6-hour shifts, for 48 hours. So you would do 6 hours on and then 6 hours off for a 48-hour period. Yeah, that sounds about right. I think it was like that, if I remember correctly, because it changed a few times. There were times, where we did shifts in 8 hours and 12. It just depends on what you were doing, and I guess whatever policy they may have had and going on at the time. But anyway, man, during armory duty, I was sitting there, man, with this TV I bought. Pretty good quality TV at the time, because CRT was still king at that time. And man, I would play all kinds of games, SSX, NBA 2K. I was just starting to get into the 2K series at that time. Oh man, SNK versus Capcom. Just naming a few here and there. But man, when Kingdom Hearts came out, man, I was reading magazines here and there at the time. Like, I wouldn't buy them, I just look at them, I guess, when I went to the PX or stores or whatever. And like, man, this Kingdom Hearts game, like, it's gonna be fire, because I was already into, I had not too long ago beat Final Fantasy X. I think I beat that game twice, man. I was in love with it. And so when they told me that Squaresoft, because Squaresoft was still Squaresoft at that time. I don't think they were Square Enix yet at that time. But whatever, semantics. But So the game drops. I go and pick this hoe up. I think I got it from the shit, I don't know. I don't remember where I got it from. It might have been GameStop. I don't know. I had a car, but I know I was going through car trouble at that time. Man, it was an adventure, sort of, dealing with that shit. But man, I was sitting there. Excuse me. I would sit in that armory and I would play the hell out of that damn game, man. I'm serious. I think I beat that game, and I'm trying to think, because the only time I would play it was when I had armory duty. And I didn't really get a chance to play it like I did. I played it on and off duty, but I beat it in probably a matter of days. Like, I know it wasn't a week. I beat it fairly quickly because in the armory, it wasn't shit else to do. All I would do is check out guns for whoever came and who was going on duty to go walk around or whatever. So that was it when I had that, and I would sit in here and play games. And I beat it really quickly, but my point being was, it was a hell of an experience, man. The story was awesome. The gameplay was awesome. The music was top notch. And man, being that I grew up in, I guess you could call it the Disney era, in the 90s, the late 80s, the 90s and whatnot, I don't know how old I was when Lion King came out, 9, 10, something like that, I don't know. Then, you had the Aladdin series, just all these games, man. I mean, not games, but all these movies. And then they combined it with new characters and old characters from the Squaresoft universe. And I tell you, man, I was just taken aback playing the game, and it had such an emotional impact on me, man. I would sit there, like during parts of the game, pause and just sit there, man, reflecting on, the stuff I went through just during those times, watching the movies and stuff, or just having the movies be around during certain times. I had a really great childhood, and it just makes me think about it. I relate a lot of that stuff to my childhood, just good memories, man, great times, and just a great game, all of that stuff together, man. Even now, I kind of sit here and I'm kind of emotional about it. The music, especially that title thing, which I'll probably put as background music for this video, and then I'll probably upload a version of it on my channel from someone who put all of the different themes of that song throughout the series together. I usually put my music screwed though, so I'll probably link the original versions or version of the video or music in that video. But man, it's just this shit damn near bring me to tears when I hear it. I love it, man, and I like my music screwed for the most part. And I've been on the journey with it, video game music and whatever else in between. I just like music, and I've been noticing over time. I know, and I've always liked those two things, music and video games. I love video game music if you put the shit together. But it's an amazing thing, man. Kingdom Hearts and Squaresoft. I can't even think of the guy's name who composed the music. That's kind of sad at the moment, but I bought the soundtracks and everything back then. You had to buy them on disc, man, and the soundtracks were like $60 and shit back then, because you had to get them shipped in from somewhere else. And now it's just like you can get them for free because it's such a beloved franchise. Free, or if you pay for it, you can get it digital, whatever you decide to do, man, because everything is going to this streaming software stuff. But anyway, I just wanted to share that shit. If you watched the video up until this point, man, I appreciate it. If you know what I'm saying, love the series like that, man, or you got good memories with the Disney characters, the Disney movies, any of the above, hey, shout out to you, man. Hopefully you can thumbs up this video, maybe even subscribe, maybe even tell your own story, man, about memories you may have with this series. And I'm sorry about the audio being uneven like that. It's just this damn surface, man. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it sounds good. It's just uneven. All right. Good evening. Good night. Thank you. Subscribe if you choose. All right.